Hey, how's it going? I hope you're well. I hope your family's well and you're keeping safe. Out of this madness that we call the COVID-19 and self-isolation comes creativity. Creativity begets creativity. And because of this, in isolation, creative people have to create. And out of this comes a song composed by Frank Zirone, who is the producer, the musician behind Ones, the number one hits of the Beatles, which I'm involved too. I'm your narrator. Out of it came a great song called You Are Not Alone. Hi Frank, it's nice to be with you.
Hi Al, it's great to see you again.
Frank, with all this self-isolation, we all have a lot of time to think. Where did this song come from? Where did the inspiration come from for You Are Not Alone?
The inspiration for the song came during a drive home with David Love. After we played our Busch Gardens show, we took 3 days to drive back to Toronto. And during that drive, we saw conditions changing almost hourly. And with that, the attitudes, the kindness of people, the ability of people to drop their personal differences was really showing, and it struck me. It really touched me in a way that I felt that perhaps the only positive thing that would come from all of this crisis would be a sense of togetherness that would be global, that we could transcend our differences, transcend borders, transcend our politics, and work as a unified human race towards one goal. I felt that that was perhaps something that we couldn't aspire to or reach in any other way, but once we had a common foe, then that banded us together.
It's such a pleasure to be part of this One's production, number one hits of the Beatles, as narrator, because I get to see some great musicians, some GTA musicians like no other. Who appears on the song?
All of the performers in the video and the song are from the One's Beatles number one hits show that I produce and we've taken across the country and into the US. We have Bruce Naismith on keyboards, slide, bass, and vocals. David Love on vocals, acoustic, and on Rickenbacker 12-string. Greg Wired on bass and vocals. Paul DeLong on drums. I, of course, am in there myself with vocals and slide guitar. Martin Worthy, our percussionists, is in there with tambourine and vocals, and we also have cameo appearances by members of Ones in the video. Marty Moran, our regular percussionist in the show, Bob DeSalle, our regular drummer in the show, Ian Garcia on bass and vocals, Sonia Klamasco and her daughter Nastasia on first and second violin, Louise Heyerhoff trumpet, and Tara Davidson on sax, and not to be forgotten, Jane McMillan is the art director for the show, and she's also the art director for the video, having provided some of those neat graphics that you see in there. And last but not least, of course, is this narrator that we picked up along the way, some guy named Joynes. He's in there as well. So,
what else could you say about the tune, or the way you feel about it, Frank?
I guess if there's anything else that I'd like to say about the song or the video, is that it's been a really enlightening experience for me, a singular focus during my time of isolation. I would encourage others to do the same, to get their messages out. I think we all need to know how each other feels during this time. I think we all need to know how we think and our beliefs. I think that brings us closer together. I think that we're going to beat this thing, and I think we're going to beat it by miles and strides. But we have to work together to make it happen. We have to believe in ourselves, and I think those are the things that I was hoping I would be able to stress in the video, and I hope I can stress in this interview with you. Take it easy, Al, and be safe and stay healthy, would you? Thanks.
Well, Frank, thanks for chatting today, and I look forward to when we perform live once again with the One Show, the #1 hits of the Beatles. Take care. And that's a take. All right.